Hey y'all, welcome back to Shea Butter Chanel. It's the first Sunday of 2025, and I just, as tired as I am, and I stopped at Publix right quick. I've been mulling over in my head and dealing with my feelings and my attitude right now. And so I'm going to share with you from my heart, and maybe you can relate. And y'all ever feel like you just don't want to be around people? And I mean like in a real sense, in a deep sense. Where I feel this real pull to like just be isolated, like withdraw for a few months. And I've never intentionally withdrew from family and friends for extended periods of time. I've never done that. But as I was having just a quick moment with the Lord before I ran out for church, I was wrestling with and sharing with him about what I thought was feeling funky, about not wanting to be around. It started with my family, and I didn't like the way I was feeling, but I just wanted to acknowledge that. And you ever just really take note of, and this might sound real small or trivial, but you pay attention to the way people treat you, to the off-brand comments that they say. And even though over the years it's been like banter, you wonder what their regard is of you in a real sense. And so for New Year's Eve, I decided that I didn't feel like going over to my family's house, and my sister's house, I should say, where the family was gathered. And I didn't feel that funkiness at the time. I had worked that day. I was going to work overtime the next day, and I didn't want to run the risk of is spilling over, like me spending the night and just all that comes with that. And I just said, no, it's gonna be a low-key night, right? And my brother, he called a few times that on New Year's Eve, and he was lighthearted about it. But then his last text to me that I got the next day was, you should be here, you need to stop being so petty. And I said, why do people get so offended when you don't want to come around? Why do people feel like it's a personal jab? Just what is up with that? I can't stand the way people do that. So that kind of And so the week goes by, and my uncle had been here since Tuesday as well. And then my sister mentioned to me that they were driving him back early Sunday morning, like early Sunday morning back to the airport, and I didn't even know that, and so I hadn't seen him. So even though I worked yesterday, I said, ooh, let me run over there tomorrow, this evening, to see him. Let me make an in and out. And they were surprised to see me, and it was met with, you gotta let us know you coming over here. You don't just come over here. And I get that, but I tried to shake that off, okay, because I got keys and I let myself in. But I knew they would be gathered, so it just felt like they were offended that I decided to show up unannounced. Now, put a pin in that, and I thought to myself, now, if we are blood, if we are kinfolk, do I have to give an advance notice about coming by? If I'm what if I was just in the neighborhood and I said, nah, let me not pass them up, let me go see the people. I just thought that was fascinating, and it's not just a shot at them, but I think our culture is like that too. We don't do the unannounced, and I don't like unannounced when it's people who are not close, when it's not people who are, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it'll throw me off, but the only reason why we'll be showing up is because Unc is leaving tomorrow morning. So anyway, but coming back to the story. Upon entry, after they said what they said, my oldest niece was like, what are you doing here? I said, I'm coming to see Uncle. And she said, well, you should have been here New Year's Eve. And I said, what? I was about to like put her in her place, and then her mom said, basically shut her down. And so she got an attitude and stomped away. And so it made me feel like it was that same sentiment, like there was no room or consideration to say, you know what? No one, everybody got offended. I could tell that people were offended that I wasn't there. Now I could, if I want to keep it on the up and up, I could look at it as, thank God that I have family that's alive, that's in close proximity. I have family that wants me around them. That's what it appears to. But then, when I went upstairs and I sat there, between I just wasn't feeling my brother-in-law, and he and I have a little sibling banter that we do. But sometimes I feel like even with him, he likes to take stabs at me, or his brand of comedy, and I just don't be feeling him all the time. Even when I saw him as I was walking into church, and he must have dropped my sister off at the door, and then he walked back after parking, and then I just said good morning, and then we were walking up the stairs, and I was fine. I was taking my time going up the stairs, and he was like, well, let me help you up, old lady. And I'm like what the hell is that about? It just feels like everything and everybody is annoying me. And I ain't gonna say everybody, maybe it's my family is annoying me. And my prayer, is, Lord, help my attitude, help my funkiness. But at the same time, I just don't want to be around people who I don't think value me or respect me in a real sense. And so I just feel like I just want to just, back up off of them for a minute. And with this huge project that I'm going to be doing literally to the end of summer, I'm going to be forced anyway to do that. But I just don't have the bandwidth for them and they bratty children. Oh my goodness. Pastor was talking about the two most important questions that we have, that our life is rooted on, is who is Jesus and who am I? And once we know who Jesus is, then we really know the truth about who we are. And another part of the message he really got into was basically selfishness and our focus on self. And that was a message I needed to hear. And so as I, have been lamenting with y'all and babbling about me wanting to withdraw, I'm forced to deal with is this withdrawal or wanting people to see me a certain way. Is this a part of me being self-absorbed? Is it a part of selfishness? I wonder what the truth is with that. Right? Yeah. Thanks for listening. I'm just mumbling on. So do with it what you will. I guess the takeaway is, have you ever been in this weird space, or maybe you are currently dealing with that, just evaluating relationships. And then for me, it's the family dynamic, especially as I navigate life as a single woman with no children, around my family as they change, right? Their marriage is lasting longer, their children are getting older, and they're dealing with their own component. But how does that affect our dynamic, what they see of me, etc.? And I just feel like, you know, it makes I am being forced to stay more to myself. So even, you know, sharing with my sister about my ups and downs and things I be dealing with other people and everything, I have been having to learn to not do that as much. I just, yeah, I've been wrestling, and it's uncomfortable. Wrestling with myself, wrestling with the, you know, the Holy Spirit as he chisels and deals with my stony heart, as the word says. But I call it my funkiness, my capacity to be funky and trifling as well. I be impatient with people, and it make me feel like, you know what, goodbye. And I think everybody else has the gift of being in romantic relationships, and I don't. Or if they have vices that literally numb the pain, if they are into like hard drugs, or they drink a lot of alcohol, I don't have any of those vices to help me escape. So I'm having to deal with stuff like real and raw, and it'd be a whole trip. And anyway, thank y'all if you stayed to the end of this video. Thank you. I'm gonna go take a nap. Bye bye.